Around 2, around 3, around 4, in the net, score!
He cuts in the front.
Awkward play. Big hit by Law.
Away when they needed a damage. And
No miss again, score!
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the PHL Winter Tournament.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the PHL Winter Tournament. I am your commentator and technical director, Alley Cat. Going solo today with the Coolin Redstars visiting the Port Stanley Stachios. The Stachios, famously Ren's team from last year, and seeming to get a little bit of playtime this year, and Bleh, I believe, captaining the Redstars as we see this fine wintry day. A very merry early Christmas to everyone, and excuse me, I apologize. Yep, okay. Apologies there, folks. We will be getting started very, very soon. Players are just warming up, getting ready to go. Hopefully I can be joined by another person tonight. This is my first stream in a very long break after Season 2. We will see some warm-ups, and you will likely see that some of our production has improved this year, and we are very much looking forward to it in the next season as well, as we also see warm-ups getting underway, and the game will be starting soon. The votes are coming in. As it seems to be getting underway as the face-off starts off, and here we go with the Port Stanley Stachios against the Coolin Redstars as Stachios takes it away for the Redstars into the opposing end with G. Dillon in net against, I believe I want to say, it's Sleepy in net for the Redstars. Battle of the goalies as Ren comes down into the opposing end. Goes around with it, tries to break through, and Van Higgy is there as he safely skates it up to his own blue line and manages to handle it through Act and Ren and get it all the way up into the neutral zone as he sends it up to Anarchist, who will take that away for his own team for the Stachios. As I want to say Van Higgy got all the way, no, it's not Van Higgy, and he sends it across there. It's not Lad, as the Red Stars mount their own pressure here, as it's sent all the way into the opposing end by Lettuce, who dumps it for the play. As Van Higgy comes across with it, it's batted away by Ren, who manages to get it away. Ren skating to his own blue line, going into the neutral zone, skating through, moving through into opposing end as it bounces off of, quite oddly, off of Lettuce, who manages to, and the Stachios manage to take it back away. As I am stuttering all over the place. You can tell it's my first stream in a while, folks. As Ren gets it all a shot on, and Sleepy manages to safely poke that away. A shot each for both teams as they continue to mount pressure, and Stachios with a great shot, he scores! First goal going to the Coolin Redstars. And a fantastic play there too. As I continuously fail with my controls as it goes there, I apologize. As we go back to center ice and move with the Red Stars getting the first goal on their second shot of the game. Only a minute and a half in as we see the offense pouring in. It's gone down all the way back, and Lettuce shoots it all the way down into the opposing end, and Pastela will slowly manage that puck, and he kind of flubs it a little bit as Van Higgy skates for it, and he manages to beat both Act and Pastela and send it to Stachios, who's behind the net, curves it around, but it's off of Anarchist, who manages to just safely play it. And if you remember from last year, the Stachios are very defensively focused teams, and you're definitely seeing it here. Despite the score, you are seeing pretty sound defensive plays here, as Ren, the captain and GM of this team, takes it all the way up, shoots, and it's just wide of the net, as Sleepy was ready for that. And the puck is sent all the way back to the Stachios end to Pastela and Van Higgy, as Van Higgy tries to pressure Pastela, and he manages to beat him up to it. And Van Higgy tries to cut across, doesn't quite manage it, as Ren just manages to poke it away there. And Stamkos trying for a wraparound, it seems. No, he sends it back to Van Higgy, who is in the corner, and he tries to send it out, but Ren intercepts it, and Ren goes along his boards out to center and manages to take it all the way up skating, and Van Higgy will just poke that away to take possession back for the Red Stars. Van Higgy shooting all the way up to Stamkos. Stamkos in front of the net. Van Higgy, Stamkos shot blocked by G. Dillon, chest right on it. Great save there to keep his team in it. Sleepy coming all the way out of the net and sending it all the way around to Lettuce, who doesn't manage to get possession on it, quite dangerously so. But Stamkos will manage to take it and shoot it all the way down to Van Higgy, who's in front of the net, and it's off the pads of G. Dillon. Another great save to keep his team in it. G. Dillon, famously not a goalie in Season 1 or 2, but filling in for tonight. Not sure whether he's the listed goalie for his team or if he's just filling in for something. But he's doing a great job so far of keeping most of the shots out of the net as the Red Stars mount the offense to take control of this game. And he goes across, and it's behind Dillon, and it's not quite on there for the angle as it misses the net. And Van Higgy will battle for it, and he wins it, but no one was there. And it's sent up to Anarchist, but Stamkos will intercept it, and Van Higgy and Stamkos coming down 2-on-1, and Ren manages to take it away, shoot it up and up and up all the way to Anarchist along the boards, and Lettuce will once again return the favor, shooting it up and up and up to Ren in the corner, as Ren safely tucks it behind his net and shoots it all the way down, clearing it in a safe display of defensive prowess. Red Star sent it all the way down to Stamkos, who's all alone, but Pastela was there to cut him off, and Stamkos trying for the pass to Van Higgy. Van Higgy across, and he's just wide of the net. Really great shooting by the Red Stars to pour the offense on and make this game in their favor, and it's off of G. Dillon, or is it G. Dillon's stick, I think. The shots do not say, the shots say otherwise. Lettuce shoots it all the way, and it's over the net, a little wide, and Stamkos trying for a little poke back into the net, but the clock will run out before then, and we will have ourselves a game. 4 shots for the Red Stars, 1 for the Stachios, and a 1-0 game for the Red Stars, as we begin at center ice, and we will go once again back to the second period. Anarchist coming up with it, trying to get a little zone offensive pressure, but the Red Stars smartly shoot it down and get their stick in, as G. Dillon will come out quite slowly and will shoot it all the way up to Anarchist, who doesn't quite manage to get it on there, but Lettuce will shoot it away to the Red Stars' end and send it to Van Higgy. Van Higgy and Stamkos not allowed on a 3-on-1, and Pastela manages to break away with it, and here they come. The Stachios have a 2-on-1. Pastela going in, shooting across to Anarchist. Anarchist wide of the net, and not quite managing to get a shot off in the place where he wants it, as he sends it back across to Anarchist, who couldn't get his skates, and he blew a tire and couldn't quite get it on there, as Act goes all the way to the net, and it's off the post. Van Higgy in his own end, coming all the way up. And he's still battling for it and setting up Stamkos. Stamkos trying to drive to G. Dillon as it goes up and over and slides across the top of the net, and it manages to do so again as the Stachios batted across. Don't want that going anywhere near the goalie with how risky that puck bounce can be sometimes, as Axe sends it across, and Ren was just too fast for his own good there, and he doesn't manage to make it anything of that play. Lettuce sending it all the way down, batting, and Van Higgy will come away with it. Van Higgy on a breakaway. Van Higgy shot, and it's off the pads of Dillon as he once again makes a fantastic save. And they send it across, and Dillon manages to cut that pass off just in time. Great goaltending by G. Dillon. 8 shots so far, and managing some pretty great saves to keep his team in it, who have not managed to get more than 1 shot this entire game. Act. Down in the corner, Act trying to come away with it, and he bounces and it's off Sleepy, and there's their second shot of the game, first of the second period for the Stachios. Notlad sitting it back down for the Stachios. Lettuce setting it back up for the Red Stars. Stachios gets it at the blue line. He sends it all the way down, and no one was home, but it's going to be a race between Notlad and Ren here as Pastola goes for it and manages to beat him right there, and he sends it up to Act. Lettuce manages to steal it away from him, but he manages to lose it in the process, and Act chips it up, but Lettuce blocks any move there as he sends it all the way across. Ren cuts the pass off. Anarchist sending it down, and it's a little wide of Sleepy for any shot to go off there. And they send it up, and they will intercept, but Van Higgy will cut across with it. And Stamkos comes away with it. Stamkos shot, and it's wide of the net. And nothing home there for the Red Stars as they continue their offensive prominence here. Lettuce will send it back down to Ren. Ren coming away with it. Look out, the Stachios might have a 2-on-1 here. Ren shooting it, and it's wide of the net off of Notlad's stick. Pastola try to come away with it, but Notlad ends up getting the defensive play there. Ren skating around with it, trying to go for a pass, but no one was home and it went too far, and Van Higgy will come away with it as, once again, the Red Stars have a 2-on-1. Stamkos and Van Higgy. Van Higgy shot! It's wide! It's off the stick! To the right of G. Dillon, who doesn't quite manage to get where he wants. He angles himself a little too much, and just it goes right off at the wrong angle to do anything there. As the Red Stars make it 2-0, as we once again go to center ice, and here we go, the continuation of the game. Stachios trying to dig something in here as Sleepy will manage that puck, but sends it up to Van Higgy. Stamkos on a breakaway. Van Higgy coming away with it as he tries to block it. Act, and he manages to do a pretty solid defensive move, and he bounces it off the shoulder of G. Dillon. That's just a hard play right there. Let's see this again. Van Higgy and Stamkos. Van Higgy just sends it down there, and he just manages to get a shot right off the shoulder of G. Dillon, who is angled incorrectly for that little bit there. As we come back to center ice to return, as it's 3-0 for the Kunlun Red Stars. Stachios trying to control the puck a little more. Default back to their defensive mindsets as Ren sends it up. But Van Higgy will win the draw there, and he will send it all the way down, dump it almost, as Pastola will come away with it and have a lot of time to kill here to decide what he wants to do with it. And he manages to get away with it, and he sends it up to Act on a really nice setup there. And Act managing to just not quite maintain control of it and sends it back down to Stamkos, who's going to run away with it in his own end, and Notlad's going to take it, and Pasto's going to try to beat him there, but doesn't quite manage it. Ren trying to intercept and get a shot off, but he doesn't quite manage it. Pastola coming along the board, sending it to Ren, who gets a shot off, and that would have been a beautiful play there, but alas, time runs out for the Stachios. 3-0 for the Kunlun Red Stars at the end of the second. 11 shots to 3 for the Red Stars. Here we go, back on the end. Stamkos coming away with it in the Stachio zone. Coming away and blocking it. Great rebound there by Van Higgy, but G. Dillon just managing to get there again. Managing 10 saves of 13 shots. Not the ideal outcome you'd hope for, but still pretty strong performance by G. Dillon, who, to my knowledge, has not been a professional goalie in any of the leagues thus far. Puck coming all the way down to Stamkos. Stamkos runs away with it, gets a shot, leaks, and it goes wide of the net. And I think G. Dillon managed to get a stick on it in order to make a save there. Great play by the Red Stars, and even better save by the Stachios to keep this game from running out of control for the Stachios. Ryan coming away with it, getting a shot off, and it's just wide of the net. He sends it all the way up. Pastola will come away with it. Pastola going for a shot, doesn't quite manage it. Ren coming in for it, and Sleepy will get it in there and poke it all the way down to Lettuce. Lettuce coming away with it. It's a 3-on-1 for the Red Stars. Lettuce across. Edel just manages it, and there was a wide open net for Stamkos, but he doesn't quite manage to get on there. Electric plays by the Red Stars, and even better, electric saves by the Stachios, as Ren comes away with it, sends it across to Pastola, who was not home and was not able to get his stick on it. Not a lot of shooting for the Stachios, and that's definitely costing them here as the Red Stars just keep pouring on their offense and managing to just kill the time and kill the clock as it's down to 3 minutes. 3 goals are going to be needed for the Stachios to build up anything they need here. As Ren comes away with it, tries to get a shot slowing down, coming across, trying to send it up and going off the side of the net, and nothing happened there. As Stamkos grabs it, Stamkos sending it up to Van Higgy. Van Higgy coming away with it. Van Higgy clear net, and he scores on once again a bounce right off the skull of G. Dillon. I mean, the replay speaks for itself. Just really great top shelf shot there, and an even better play to make it 4-0 for the Red Stars. Stamkos coming down with it. Sending it up and across, and sends it all the way up. Out of harm's way for the Stachios, as morale's probably not great in the Stachios locker room right now. As Sleepy comes all the way out of this net to the blue line with it. Bit of a taunt there, and a bit of a statement that he feels comfortable coming all the way to the blue line with the Stachios all the way up there. As Notlad comes down with it, Stamkos trying for it. Van Higgy coming around, sending it down, and he's not quite there for a pass for the Red Stars. Stamkos trying to keep it away as Ren steals it, blocked by Van Higgy. Puck comes all the way out to the boards. Holy moly, I'm slowing down a little bit, folks, in terms of my commentary, as Anarchist will come away with it. Ren trying for a play here, but Notlad manages to block it as he keeps it on his stick. Notlad coming away, trying to send it up and across the pads of G. Dillon, and a dangerous rebound that was quickly cleared by the Stachios. Ren trying to spark something in his team right now, but nothing so far as Van Higgy comes down. As we approach the final minute of play of this game, 4-0, and it's looking pretty well over at this rate, folks. A dominant offensive performance by the Kunlun Red Stars with 17 shots thus far and 4 goals. Van Higgy sends a shot across, and it's almost through the 5-hole as G. Dillon gets a save on that there. Stamkos trying for one last attempt for a goal here. He sends it up, and it's batted away by the Stachios as Act comes up with it, tries to come up and ruin the shutty for Sleepy. Ren getting a shot, slowing it down, trying to get it across, and Stamkos will steal it away. Look out, Stamkos, as Ren screams in frustration and sends it back across to Notlad, who will manage to grab that with 15 seconds to go. And the Red Stars will try for one more time, and look out, here come the Stachios with no time left as the Red Stars send it all the way down and 3 seconds left, and that will do it for the first game, as a lot of words are going to be said between this game and the next one. we see the next game get started, and both teams go into warm-up. We'll see what Ren says in the locker room to juice his team up a little bit. We'll see what the Red Stars. And it looks like we might be moving to another. 1 second, folks. Hold on. We are going to be moving servers really quickly, so 1 second. I will be right back as I'm going to go back to the starting soon screen, and we will join back soon. Welcome back, folks, as we've moved servers. As once again, the Kunlun Red Stars visit the Port Stanley Stachios, a dominant 4-0 win in the last game for the Red Stars. And we will see this team take them on. Both teams are in warm-up. Sleepy with the shutout to keep the Red Stars with the win, but only, I believe, 7 shots against, I want to say, 18 or 19 for the Red Stars. A very, very offensively focused win, and we will see what the Stachios have in store to wake the team up a little bit. As Bren is asking for a bathroom break, we will continue with the warm-ups here. Oh, I apologize, as we have gotten underway, as I did not notice that we had that earlier. As the Red Stars begin their game against the Port Stanley Stachios. As Ren comes up with it, tries to get a shot off, and it's blocked by Act, blocked by his own teammate to make a shot there. As the Red Stars are sarcastically commenting, what a save by Act. As Sleepy will come out with it. Sleepy gonna control it a little bit longer. Ren going to keep a controlling eye of it. And he gets it across, and it's a goal by the Kunlun Red Stars. What happened there? to make this, we have to see this again, folks. What happened here? As he sent it down, and it just bounces off the stick, and a quick shot by the Red Stars to make it 1-0 with their first shot and the first goal. As the Red Stars fight for it in their own end. Pickman setting it up to Ren, who will then take it away. As Sleepy will get it up and send it all the way down, as Ren will take it away himself, and Ren getting a shot off, and it's blocked by Lettuce. Lettuce, who wraps it around and tries to get a shot down. Van Higgy and Dyslexic Walrus racing for it. Van Higgy sending a shot across, and Dyslexic Walrus sending it back down, as Ren will come away with it. Pipeman setting it across, and it's blocked by G. Dillon in a great save. And it's still up for grabs for anyone there, as the Stachios will be the ones to come away with it. And Act coming in on a breakaway and managing to lose the puck, and Pickman with just a beautiful poke away there and defensive play to make sure Sleepy does not face his first shot of the game. Act getting along the boards, sending it down and across. Lettuce sending it up to his teammate Dyslexic Walrus along the boards. Dyslexic Walrus trying to get it all the way up to Van Higgy, but Ren will block that and say no. And Lettuce will get a bat. Great play to keep that away from the dangerous area. Anarchist going for a shot across, and it's blocked by Sleepy, who manages to keep his team in it. Act going around for a shot off. Loses a bit of ground. Tries again, turns around, sends it across. Anarchist behind the net. Anarchist losing it. Act trying to get it back along the corner and sending it back around, and no one was there, as Pikeman's going to take that and just completely run away with it and send it up to Lettuce, who tries to bounce for it but loses it. And it's Van Higgy who will come away with it there. Van Higgy coming in, getting a shot off, and it's just blocked by the Stachios, as Ren will initiate the play for the Stachios. Along the board, sending it up and across to Act. Act manages to just get his stick a little too high and not get a shot off as it goes, sends it to the corner, as Ren will get it back in his own end and curve with it, send it all the way up to Act, and Lettuce will steal it away. Lettuce sends it up to the Dyslexic Walrus, who will keep a hold of it and send it all the way up and across, and G. Dillon gets a save in there to send it to the sideboards. As Ren battles for it, Ren sends it across and sends it all the way back down in a two-way battle that he just had to avoid, lest G. Dillon be tested again tonight. And Lettuce sending it all the way down to Van Higgy and Dyslexic Walrus, who battle Pastila for it, but they both lose, as Pastila sends it all the way along to the boards. Anarchist, as Pikeman sends it. No, he manages to intercept it, and he sends it back up and across, but it's blocked away by the Stachios defense. Van Higgy and Ren fighting for it, and Ren will send it all the way down to center ice. And look out, here comes Act. Act getting away with it, but it's not in a controlled way, as the Kunlun Red Stars doing a really good defensive job for the most part, but still managing to keep their offensively minded team going as the period comes to an end, with 4 shots for the Red Stars and none for the Stachios, an even poorer start for the Stachios in terms of their performance offensively as we get back underway in the second period. Red Stars at the blue line, set it across, and it's bounced off. Dyslexic Walrus sends it behind the net to Ren. Ren shooting it all the way back up, and Pikeman will somehow come away with it at the blue line as Ren Tries to go for it, sends it across to Pastela, but it's blocked by Van Higgy, who sends it careening across, and Van Higgy will intercept that pass that was meant for Ren. Lettuce sending it all the way across to Dyslexic Walrus, who will return in the corner and sends it all the way up to Act, which was meant for Van Higgy. Act, the Stachios sending it up and across, and Sleepy comes all the way out of the net to send it to the corner. And a great move by Sleepy with his first shot saved of the game as Pastela sends it careening, and it's blocked by Sleepy once again as the Stachios start to show a little bit of life here as Van Higgy and Dylan manages to get a great save, just getting high enough at the right time and the stick just a perfect angle to manage. Great plays by the Stachios and Sleepy. Or sorry, by G. Dillon and Sleepy to keep both their teams alive and both at the score of the game as Dyslexic Walrus comes around with a breakaway, and it's batted away by G. Dillon in a beautiful poke that could have been really scary for him if he came any closer. And Ren tries to get it, and it's over the net. As we're seeing a lot more back and forth here, a lot more electric plays than we saw in the first period. As Dyslexic Walrus comes up with it, and look out, Van Higgy might have a break here, and he sends it all the way across. Top Shell scores! Just a solid play to go all the way for Dyslexic Walrus, who sends it up and across, just really high and really difficult to get there. As we come back to center ice for the face-off, and back underway, 2-0 for the Red Stars. Ren at center ice, trying to spark something once again for his team, who have managed better offensively so far in this period than they have in the previous games, but still not quite what they need as Pikeman comes away with it, and Van Higgy's all alone, and he goes top shelf once again, scores 3-0 for the Red Stars. Just a really hard game, and for the Stachios, especially with the last one, it's really starting to probably get on their nerves, and 3 goals on 7 shots is pretty hard to maintain and pretty hard to keep a positive attitude with. As Ren comes away with it, and it's saved by Sleepy, who is just not letting anything by him. So anything Stachios do get is just destroyed by Sleepy, and it's looking like this might be a repeat of the first game if Stachios don't do something here real quick, as Ren sends it all the way up to Act, who's all alone with Anarchist. Act sending it across, and Anarchist flubbed the play and could not get a stick there in time, and it was a great setup by Act. As Van Higgy comes away with it, Van Higgy shot, top shelf, scores, middle shot for the Red Stars as they make it 4-0 on 8 shots, 500 save percentage for G. Dillon. Not a great game for anyone in the Stachios right now. It started off really well in the first, but you can't justify this here. It's a hard thing, and as the Red Stars send it all the way down, and Ren will come away with it and try and set it all the way up to make a play as Act manages to get it there, and Act trying for something, but Lettuce just says no and sends it all the way up. As a lot of really high-end talent on the Red Stars that the Stachios seem to be going more for improvement amongst their roster right now. Stachios get it behind the net and send it up to Pastela with 35 seconds remaining in the period. Pastela coming away with it. As the Red Stars seem to have a bit of a breakdown there, and they lose the puck as Act comes away with it. The Stachios trying to capitalize on the mistake here. Act coming into the corner, and it sends it down as the Red Stars will manage to control it again, and Van Higgy will come away with it. Van Higgy set it up to Pickman. Pickman on a breakaway, all alone. Pickman sends it up and off the post. And Pikeman will try one last time to get a shot up, and it's blocked by Pastela as the period comes to an end. It's a tough play and a tough period for the Stachios, who started off really well, but the breakdowns just kept happening. And now it's 4-0 going into the third. 5 minutes remain to make something happen. And we will see what happens from the Stachios as the period's underway and Dyslexic Walrus manages to keep it at center ice. Coming away with it, gets a shot off all the way to Van Higgy at the end, who manages to flub it just high and wide of the net as Dyslexic Walrus comes away with it. Ren controlling up the boards, moving up to Act, coming in with it, getting a shot off, and it's blocked by Lettuce. Lettuce having a really good defensive game for the Red Stars as Act comes away with it, tries to get a shot off, and he sends it too much as Pickman will manage to control that, and Act trying once again to do anything for the team and just comes up a little short as the clock continues to run down for the Stachios, and the Red Stars just poised to keep it in their own end and happy to, waste time as Van Higgy comes away with it, and he's all alone, sending a shot off the post of G. Dillon. It's a neutral zone for the Stachios, and Van Higgy will come away with it for the Red Stars. Van Higgy chipping it up a couple times to get it down as Lettuce will send it all the way down. Van Higgy with a break here. Van Higgy sends a shot. It's off the pads of G. Dillon, who gets the save there. Ren coming up with it, trying to make something happen behind Act as Dyslexic Walrus comes away with it. Break checks Ren, and he manages to send it all the way up to Pickman. Anarchist will break away with it and send it off the boards. Anarchist losing speed, sends it across, trying to get it, and Sleepy will come all the way out of his net to poke that all the way down. And G. Dillon would come all the way out of his net and send it up and across to Pickman. Dyslexic Walrus getting it down. Not quite a shot there, which was what I was hoping, what they were probably hoping for, while the goalie was out of the net. Van Higgy loses it. Act coming away with it, and he's got 3 skaters on him, and he sends it to Anarchist, but it's too much as Pickman will come away with it. There's just a little too much heaviness with the puck, or a little too light for the Stachios on most of their really good plays. As the clock winds down faster and faster as Ren sends it up to make something happen, and Dyslexic Walrus will get a stick on it. Dyslexic Walrus sending it all the way down, and it's batted away by G. Dillon safely away from his net. Ren sending it up to the blue line, and Pickman will come away with it. Pastella will brace him for it, but Pickman wins it. Pickman sends it across, but it goes behind the net. As Dyslexic Walrus comes away with it, tries to send it up, and it goes back across to the sideboards for Pastella, who sends it up to Ren. As Ren will race Pickman for it, Pickman will send it down to Dyslexic Walrus. Dyslexic Walrus along the boards. Van Higgy will come in behind the net. And with 1 minute 15 left for the Stachios, they will dump it. And Dyslexic Walrus comes all the way down, and Dillon smartly comes out of his net to send it all the way down and get it safely down there. Pastela. Trying to get a shot off there, and he doesn't quite manage it. D-Dillon comes out of his net and sends it all the way down up the boards to Act for one last try for the Stachios' first and only goal here. And Act tries, and it's off the skull of Bleh, as Bleh sends it all the way down, and Bleh swaps for Sleepy. Bleh comes out and sends it. 30 seconds left, and it's a baseball match between G-Dillon and Bleh as they both send it back and forth twice. As Anarchist sends it down, Bleh comes out of the net and scoops it away as Ren comes in with it. Ren get a shot off the pads of Bleh, just barely. And that will do it, I believe, for this game, as the Stachios put up no goals, and in each of their matches, the goalies with a shutout. And that will do it for this game and for the Stachios in this bracket of the tournament. 4-0 your final score for game 2, 5-0 the score for the first game. I have been Alley Cat, and this has been the PHL Winter Tournament.